Multiplication of complex numbers is not that much difficult. It's just like multiplying bracket two. It's either multiplying two brackets or one bracket with a single number or three brackets. So in this case, let's see how we multiply a single number and a complex number. E.g., 2 multiplied by 1 plus I. So multiply, just do our FOIL method. 2 times 1, we get a 2. 2 times plus I, we get 2I. Let's see the second example. 2I multiplied by I. In this case, we get 2I squared. But we know what is I squared. I squared is equivalent to minus 1. Therefore, our answer becomes minus 2. Second and third example, minus I, open bracket, 1 plus I. We get minus I multiplied by 1 is minus I. Minus I multiplied by positive I is minus I squared. Then we have minus I. Minus I squared is equivalent to minus 1. Then we substitute with minus 1 there. Then it becomes minus and a minus, we get a plus. So we have minus I plus 1, which is equal to the standard form of writing a complex number. You start with the real part followed by the imaginary part. So we need to write 1 minus I. That's how we write it. That's our answer. Hello guys, in this video we're doing division of complex numbers. So division of complex numbers is just like what we've been doing when we're rationalizing the sides, where we multiply by the denominator. If the denominator is a single number, we just multiply it with it on the top or at the bottom. If the denominator is two terms, we multiply by its conjugate. So in this case, let's have some few examples to see how we divide complex numbers. Example 1. 1 plus I over 2I. So what we need to do here is we multiply by this 2I on the numerator and on the denominator. So this is 1 plus I over 2I multiplied by 2I over 2I. Here we have a bracket there so that we can do our FOIL method of multiplication. So this is 2I multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, we get 2I. 2I multiplied by I, we get 2I squared over 2 multiplied by 2 is a 4I by 4I is I squared, which is equal to 2I plus 2 multiplied by minus 1 over 4 multiplied by minus 1. This is equal to 2 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to minus 2. So we have minus 2 plus 2I over minus 4. Or we can simplify it further to minus 2 over minus 4 plus 2 over minus 4. This will be equal to minus 2 over minus 4. This is equivalent to half. So we have half minus, here we have an I. So I have forgotten I there. So this becomes I over 2 as well. That's our answer. Or you can factor out half. Then it will simplify to half, open bracket, 1 minus I. Next example is 1 plus I over 1 minus I. There's 200 division of complex numbers. So what we need to do here is we multiply by our conjugate base. Conjugate base is 1 plus I. So this becomes 1 plus I over 1 minus I. Then we multiply by 1 plus I over 1 plus I. So let me put these brackets. Then we can do our FOIL method to multiply this. So this becomes 1 times 1, we get 1, 1 times I plus I multiplied by 1, we get plus I squared over 1 multiplied by 1, it's a 1, 1 multiplied by I, we get an I minus I squared. then we have 1 plus 2i plus I squared is equivalent to minus 1 over 1. I minus I is a 0, minus I squared is equal to minus 1. So we can simplify it further to 1 minus 1 is equivalent to 0. So we'll be left with 2i on the numerator over 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, which is equal to 2 divided by 2. It cancels out and we get a 1. Then we're left with the answer being 1i or an I. Two plus I over 3 plus I. To divide this, we need to multiply with the conjugate base, which is 3 minus I. So we have 2 plus I over 3 plus I multiplied by conjugate is 3 minus. Our denominator was 3 plus I. So our conjugate denominator is 3 minus I over 3 minus I. What we do on the numerator, we have to do it on the denominator as well. Then we do our FOIL method of expansion. So we have 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6. 2 multiplied by minus 1, which is 2i. Then I multiplied by 3, we get plus 3i. Minus I multiplied by I, we get I squared over 3 multiplied by 3 is a 9. 3 multiplied by minus I is minus 3i. I multiplied by 3 plus 3i. Then I multiplied by negative I, we get minus I squared, which is equal to 6. Minus 2 plus 3. These are like terms, so they add each other. So minus 2 plus 3 is equivalent to positive I minus I squared is equivalent to minus 1 over 9. Minus 3 plus 3 is a 0. Then we'll be left with I squared, which is equivalent to minus 1, which is equal to, this becomes a plus. So 6 plus 1 is equal to 7 plus I over 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So our answer is equal to 1 over 10, open bracket, 7 plus I. Or, with this form, you can represent it like this, 7 over 10 plus I over 10.